Yes, everyone. Hello and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And guys, if you have never seen the show on the Man United Agenda, it's called Studs Up. You're in for a real treat. And I'm joined by some special guests today who will need to sharpen their studs, take a couple of slide tackles, maybe one or two yellow cards, maybe a red card, but it all depends on who goes in for the hardest tackle tonight. But guys, this is not for the faint-hearted, as I promote it as. This is the main guys on the channel who started this whole revolution with Studs Up on FTB Sports. Now it's on the Man United Agenda. And yes, we take full responsibility for it. So join us, tune in. It's gonna get heated. Yes, everyone, and we are back, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And these are my special guests tonight. Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? So we're joined, as always, by Mr. B and OMONDI.
Good evening.
Guys,
good evening, guys.
How are we feeling? We've been talking about bringing the show back, and for those people who don't really know about the Studs Up show, let's give us a little bit insight. We're going to go to each other and talk about it. So what I'll do, I'll start with me first, solo. So we started FTB Sports when we first technically did a few show where we wanted to craze havoc on each other. So we'll bring on our special guests, and what we'll do, we stitch the guests up by having little bits and pieces about him. So we used to go in and basically off the chart, literally at each other. And that's how we came up with the name of Studs Up. So, Mr. B, are you happy Studs Up is back?
Yeah, I'm allowed to. I don't get charged for my F word, so yeah. So yeah, I like Studs Up, but no, I'll keep the swearing to a minimum. But I'm just waiting to tackle OMONDI.
OMONDI. Talk to us about Studs Up and what made us so great to this Studs Up show. Come on.
But the thing is, I think for all of us, we love football so much and we always bump heads. So when we meet up, whether it's at football, I know Mr. B after football, when he goes to the pub, he's arguing with guys, talking football. And we brought it to the channel. We brought that sort of vibe to the channel, that energy to the channel where it's passionate, it's love. We all shake hands at the end of it, but we go in and we discuss our differences about football. And that's the great thing about it. For me, since we've haven't had Studs Up around lately, I've been going to the barbershop. And as you know, I've got hair. I've got no reason to go to the barbershop, but just to get some barbershop kind of action. But now Studs Up is back. I'm so happy because my Monday nights are fulfilled again. And I know everyone's going to enjoy this. This is, proper.
Yeah. So, guys, if you don't know, we pick up our topic and we share to discuss it. And unfortunately, tonight, as Bath Time said, it is a Monday's time, and we are going to go in Studs Up on a Monday today. So, Monday, the way we're going to work it today, back to normal. If you want to come and slide tackle Mr. B, you can go in and slide tackle Mr. B. Guys, I'm going to keep it civil. I'm going to try and keep the tempo as low as I can, so there's no red card or yellow card or any talking to you guys. Yeah. So very civil game we're going to have today. Who wants to toss coins? Who's going first to toss a coin? Mr. B or OMONDI?
OMONDI can toss the coin. It's all right.
I don't know when it's true. Toss the
You're
coin
in for a treat. You're in for a treat tonight, I'll tell you.
I'm really relaxed. I don't mind what it is. I can deal with it, I can intercept the ball. I've got a tackling of 9.5 Studs Up. So, yeah, whatever you got for me, I'm ready to take that ball off you and edge you out of the way, That's the sort of thing.
Little shoulder barge. Yeah. I remember, if OMONDI was playing at centre-back with you, you got to remember, he will tell you what to do. Actually dictate to you and tell you what to do.
And we don't make mistakes. That's the main.
Brilliant. So, guys, let's start the show. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We're the Man United Agenda, and we are hoping to hit the 1.5K by the end of March. So, all the support, guys, hit it up. And big up to everyone in the comments. And get involved, guys, because what we want to make this show all about is comment based. So, what we want to do, take the best comments, 2 or 3 comments from here, and we'll use them to utilize with Mr. B, myself, and OMONDI with it, and get you guys involved in the comments as well. Okay, so I'm going to get a little statement out, and it's basically in recent games, the performance have been questions. Sort of, you got the likes of Roy Keane, who has come out lately and said these are the players that's thrown Jose Mourinho under the bus, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on the bus as well. You got Ralf Rangnick, who's come in, and you'd expect to get sort of a performance out of these guys, but at the moment it seems they're lacking desire and capability of that performance. So we're going to pull one player away from it. I can see some comments already putting Maguire into it. I'm on day.
Interesting.
There's a few comments putting Maguire there. Right, I'm on day. I'm going to go to Mr. B first. Mr. B, OMONDI has defended two players, but we only want to talk about one player, and that is the likes of Mr. Matic. Matic, does Matic have the capacity of, say, can play back-to-back games? Matic make a mistake. OMONDI is oblivious to the mistake, but he'll blame Fred and he blames Scott. And maybe he won't normally blame the defense because he's very much in twang with his defense. So, Mr. B, kickstart OMONDI with this whole Matic situation.
All right, my opinion won't change. I think that OMONDI is Matic's godfather. The preference that he has to him playing in our central midfield, I don't understand. I'm sure there's a few players out here who are better than Matic in the position that he plays in. Yeah. But every week I'm hearing that Matic has done this and Matic has done that, and I just don't see it. We have a lack of pace, a lack of mobility. But again, OMONDI backs him. So, OMONDI, I want you to defend your guy again, and then we'll see what the people in the comments have to agree or disagree with. But OMONDI, I'm going to let it be known I'm ready for you today.
Can I slide tackle a bit there? Can I slide tackle?
Yeah, come in, man.
Okay, so after you have your say, OMONDI, I'm going to, me, myself, I think, and Mr. B, we got some stats for you. And I know you keep saying this eye test. We're going to ignore eye test today. Let's go.
Well, clearly stats mean nothing to me. We all watch the game. There's no need to look at stats. We all watch it. If we can all sit there, watch the same game, and there's no need to come with stats, whatever. We can see what a baller is. We should be able to know that by now. Good assessment, good eye test. That's what's really important out here. So let's just make this clear. I want to see evidence because I'm not the one making the claim. The claim here is that Matic I'm just wrote this down from Mr. B, lacks pace and lack of mobility. Okay, so those are two factors that you're saying. That's your claim about Matic, is it? That's the evidence you're supplying.
No, so it's part of the big list of Maticisms that I've got. But
okay,
this is for you to nibble on.
No, because I will munch this up. This is breakfast for me. This is breakfast. You're spoon feeding me easy ones here. So you're saying lack of pace, lack of mobility, and this for you is an issue for why you don't think Matic is good enough. Is that what you're saying?
Part of the issue.
The third one, I heard Solo say that he can't play more than 2 games a week as well. Is that another one you agree with?
He can't even play an hour without getting time. But go on.
Okay, all right. So here we go. This shows, no disrespect to anyone, but anyone saying negativity about Matic and based on those 3 things, lack of pace, lack of mobility, and can't play more than 2 games a week, I say, hush up. Strictly as that. Reason is, Matic, he scans everything. When you need a midfielder, you don't need the pace, you don't need that mobility as much. Because you look at players like Modric, you look at players like Rodri, you look at players like Michael Carrick himself, look at players that we're trying to bring in right now, like Cisse, Kamara, Haidara, Zakaria. All these guys are in that Matic role where, compared to the other guys that you want to see from pace and mobility, like Fred and McTominay, these guys have intelligence, and this counteracts all this lack of pace and everything else. Because what they do, they fill in the spaces, yeah? This is what they do. They fill in the spaces. So if someone's got the ball, like Matic, you watch the game, he will scan. Does a 360. He rolls opponents, so no one can really get near him. He's 6'2", 6'3". No one can get near him. He doesn't give the ball away. He breaks up play intelligently, not having pace, but timing and reading the game and intercepting. These are things you want from a midfielder. He's aware of the game. He's watching the game. As you see, he can sit back in defense. That's where he sees everything. He watches the game. He's observant. So that's what makes him wise. And he watches opponents as well. He watches his opponents and the space around him. He can see what's going on in the game, which is why he can intercept when he wants anything. But he never really comes out of position, never gets done like Fred, headless chicken, that sort of thing. He anticipates attacks. A bit like Carrick, he's strolling out there. These guys, this is what I'm saying, are undervalued and sort of underappreciated because they're doing jobs intelligently with their brain, not so much physically, which counters everything else. But as fans, English fans, when I think some of you are living in the dark ages, you want to see your assessment of a player is, oh, is he running hard, sweating? Is he bleeding from the head? Is he going in slide tackling? All this kind of thing. You know, that's not, it's like we're not in the Steve Bruce, we talk about Steve Bruce, we're not in that era anymore. So he strolls around. He does the subtle things that people don't notice. Only a good eye can observe this sort of thing. And judging by you two, you both go like, I know you got cataracts in your eye there, Solo. And Mr. Bean's about 60 years old. So both of you need to go and get your eyes tested right now, you know? And so these things go, and the composure is something else with Matic. When I heard this quote from Troy Deeney, he said, what we done in training, or before the game, pre-game, we said, as soon as Fred gets the ball, rush him, and he will give it up because he's shook. They don't say that about Matic. They don't say that about these guys. And Rodri can do the same job as Matic. Rodri, they're similar players. Carrick, similar players. But they need to be appreciated. They need a good side around him, not players around him that give the ball away. This is why you're saying he's not doing enough, because he plays the ball, he keeps the ball. But then when we give the ball away so many times, we're turning the ball over all this time. It makes it difficult for players like Harry Maguire and Matic. Give them a better players around them. You will see the class that they have, which is why they're internationals, why they reach semi-finals of World Cups, why they reach Euros finals, players like that, because they've got better players around them. Man United need better players around them for these guys to really shine. And you two definitely need that cataract eye test.
Okay, so first things first. You need better players around him to make him a better player. He's not good enough to do the job on his own.
Not to make him a better player. Not to make him a better player, no.
Okay, so just a couple of things that you are picking up on. You were talking about Matic being in positions to make interceptions, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so if I compare Matic to say a Basuma. All right, Basuma's played. What's he played? He's played. No, maybe not Basuma. I'll do a Calvin Phillips. He's played 2 games more than Matic this season. Matic has had 15 interceptions, which is not bad for an old man, but Calvin Phillips has had 23 tackles and interceptions. You know, when you take the ball and then you make the progressive pass. Matic has got 31. Calvin Phillips has 61. I'm not saying Matic is a better player. I'm just saying that his time is done. You're falling into a trap here. You're falling into a trap. Carry on. The trap of, well, I'm just saying.
You're just proving to me that Matic is a good player. You're proving that to me right now with his stats. Go on.
How are you? His stats are a lot less than Calvin Phillips. All right, then. I'll tell you who will go. We'll go a Højbjerg, who, let's be honest, nobody rates as...
No one wants Højbjerg. No one wants him.
Right. Okay, so we look at Højbjerg's stats. 30 interceptions he's made this season. 37. 37 interceptions. Yeah, I understand. We're falling into this trap of stats.
Yes, you are.
But my eye test, what I want you to do, I want you to look at the stats.
Yep.
To prove you right. And all it's done, it's proved me right. So whatever stats you have, or whatever your eye test is saying, I understand, as you quote unquote, I'm nearly 60. And
wrong side.
And Solo has a cataract.
Like you're like the wrong side of 60, like Fred is the wrong side of the play every week.
That's exactly Solo's boy. He's the one with the issue, not me.
He's next week. Spread's next week. I've got to tell you ready for spread.
I've got I'm going to assume that the people in the comments who would be agreeing with me are all blind, old, senile, and have eyes of cataracts. What I
Slide
see
tackle
with
on Monday.
Matic.
You want a slide tackler? Got to call it. Can't see you.
Clap. All right, let me just take that ball away for you and just hold on it for a minute, yeah? Shield you off for a minute. The stats you just gave me, you're dealing with Basuma and you gave me about Calvin Phillips as well. This doesn't highlight. That's what I'm saying. Stats don't mean anything. We're talking about a player. I gave you
Højbjerg.
Højbjerg's just a destroyer. Again, I'm talking about a player here who's cultured and can fill in positions. Okay, I gave you a great analysis of what Matic does, a good rundown, and that's what Matic does. And you brought me stats that show these players have more interception, more tackles. This doesn't mean they're better. This doesn't mean he's a better player. What Matic does, he fills in position. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if players are coming towards him, they say, "Come and play through me if you want." They don't, because they realise that he's in shape. These other guys, like Fred, like Calvin Phillips, everything else, because they run so much and they're doing all this kind of thing, they're not in shape, so they have to get back. They have to make recovery tackles. They have to do all that. That you have to take this into account. Matic he's got such a good IQ, a bit like Donny van de Beek, a bit like Bruno, some Cavani. Certain players on our team have got that IQ where they know the game so well. It's a simple game, football, that they don't do extra running. Look at Bergkamp, for example. He never done.
Is that the problem though? A slide tackle on Monday, yeah? Is that part of the problem at Man United where 60 minutes kicks in every single game? He's out of breath. He's puffing heavily.
I don't.
Because he can't keep up with play.
Where's the evidence for that?
Sorry, can I just say the evidence for that is the Villa game just gone?
Yeah, that's gone.
Are you serious?
Based on what? What did you see? Explain. Where's the evidence?
He was dead in the second half.
He was dead.
Show me the evidence. I want to know. What did you see?
God.
What did you see? Was he down on his hands and knees? And was he puking up in the corner? Did he say time out? No, he didn't. You're listening to Rebel. Rebel said this. I don't see it.
I watch the highlights, and he go back and watch it. People in the comments, did you see Matic puffing heavily in the second half? After 60 minutes, he was finished.
But the thing is this, let me explain something to you. It's the team issue. It would be anybody. If you're playing in a team that keeps giving the ball away in the second half, like we did in the second half, and we can't keep the ball, and we can't build as a team, and the ball keep coming back time and time again, then naturally the whole team's going to be tired. And especially the team on the defensive side of things. He's tired because he's having to fill in position. I'm not even saying he's tired. He doesn't look. He plays the same pace.
A few people are saying he's puffing on Monday. A few people say he was puffing after 70 minutes as well.
Puffing.
Yeah, you're the only one who didn't see it. And then the worst thing is slide tackle.
It's not obvious to me.
Yeah, slide tackle on Monday. Bruno Fernandes scored 2 goals, yeah, but you're so close. Rather than giving the man of the match to Bruno Fernandes, you're going to give it to Matic.
Yeah, because
Matic was finished. Matic was finished after 7.
Provide the evidence, please. Provide the evidence, and then we can look at it. You're making a claim. If you're making a claim,
but I'm watching the eye test on Monday. No, I'm watching the eye test.
Yeah, so your eye test is what? That he's down.
He's telling me he was sitting there puffing. You can see it. When the camera panned on him, when
he's saying time out, Brett. Give me 5. What feigning injury so you can have a breather. Where's the evidence?
On Monday, can I say something to you? And I'm bringing the Scousers into this. Yeah, what do you always say about Liverpool with Klopp? What he does?
Gung ho football.
Thank you. And what are we trying to do right now? We're not even gung ho in football, and Matic is gone after 70 minutes. And we're not even at the level where Ranić wants us to be.
You're repeating a quote from an Irishman called Rebel, who actually
I'm doing it from you. I'm doing it from you.
You're a repeat quote from him, and it's become infectious. You like it so much, and you decide to use it without the evidence. So before you make a claim, guys, make sure you provide the evidence and a little backup. I'm the only one on this show who's come and give you an analysis of Matic, what he's good at, and I've backed up everything I've said. Yeah, you guys have made 2 little claims about, he's lacking pace, he's lacking mobility. And I give you Modric, I give you Rodri as players. I give you Carrick. Subtle things in the game.
The thing is, for me, on Monday, you can't use him as a Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick was a far better player than Matic. A far better player.
Why? Based on what?
Why? Based on what? Because Carrick used to control games.
And what team
you don't see Matic? You don't see Matic controlling game.
Put Carrick in this team, and then we see he's blowing after 60 minutes.
Yeah, but you bring in Matic, and you bring in sort of like Modric and these guys.
Who is he playing with? Who is Carrick's partner? Who did Carrick play to distribute?
Yeah, we know who he played with. How many times
did we give the ball away? What was our turnover rate in that side with Carrick?
Yeah, but
it's
you
the same
bring
Carrick that got
sorry.
3 Champions League finals.
Just a little one for you there. The evidence is that Matic was run off twice for the Villa goals.
No, he
Now
wasn't.
I'm just writing down what halftime said.
Okay. Should I slap that claim back to where it came from?
Of course you can.
Of course he can, sir.
So the evidence, there's 2 goals. There's 2 goals. The 2 goals was a pop
Fred's
where
fault.
Fred assisted. So Tyrone Mings made the extra man. He ran into he made a run, which Harry Maguire did early in the season to open the scoring for us, which really overloaded them. He made a run into our half, which meant we were overloaded. And because of that run from Tyrone Mings, suddenly they played 2 free passes around our box. And then Fred was the one shuffling back to get in position. Matic was in position, and Fred actually had to go to ground in the box to slide it and assist the guy for him to score. And then the other goal, the same thing. So I don't see where Matic was out of position, or can you go? What was that he said? Or at fault for 2 goals. Let's go back after the show. I would do, just to be fair, I will go back and assess it. But I'm saying this with my chest. I don't believe he had any issue with the goals.
What about the back pass as well? The shocking back pass.
What shocking back pass?
See, I knew it. He didn't see it.
No, I'm asking him.
He didn't want to see it.
You said shocking. You said the word shocking. Something. When was a shocking back pass? What back pass was this? What game?
The Villa game.
Talk about the Villa game here.
Okay, well, is this the one where he got? It wasn't a back pass. He was actually. The keeper was.
I love it how he backed it. I love it how he did defense.
No, it's this one where he was in his box and he slid the ball back to De Gea, who was alert, unlike Wan-Bissaka, and cleared the ball, and we got out of trouble there. Unlike Fred, who actually passed the ball.
We're not talking about Fred.
Can I say, Amanda, can I just ask you something?
Or going to ground in the box. If you're going to go to ground in the box, I like what Matic did because he played it straight back to the keeper. And you said it was shocking, but there was no goal from it, unlike Fred. So come on, let's get it right.
So,
clap. Take him off, he's injured. Take him off, call the stretcher. He's gone.
Monday. So the position that Matic, you said Matic was in the right position. Right position to do what?
Majority of the time he is in the right position.
What, right position in this specific here, you said Fred was the one that was out of position and Matic was in the right position.
Yeah.
If Matic was in the right position, wouldn't he have been able to intercept the pass? Or shouldn't he have been able to? He was in the right position somewhere else on the pitch, which doesn't make it the right position.
This is in the penalty area. Both instances we're talking about were both in the penalty area. So when they're playing balls around the penalty, you don't risk it to go to ground. Matic went to ground and passed the ball back to our keeper, which we cleared. And Solo called it shocking. Fred went to ground and passed to their player for them to score. There's a big difference between the two. Why was Fred chasing the ball? Because he was headless chicken and ended up going to ground in the box. We could have been a penalty, but he ended up assisting them instead.
Amanda, can I say something to you? Can I say something to you? Do you know the reason why Matic, Matic hardly ever tackles in the opposition's third of the pitch? His tackles for us. No, but he does need to. As a central, what is it? Okay, what is it that you want from a central midfielder? Because let's be honest, I want a central midfielder that can do everything. A defensive midfielder who will get up Matic doesn't get up the pitch to make tackles. What Matic does, he waits and makes tackles in the defensive third. Our defensive third.
And doesn't come out.
No, it's got nothing to do with OMONDI.
It has everything to do with shape.
Okay, so he's in shape.
It's the first team coach here talking.
No. Listen, what I'm saying to you is, if you can see danger in your team and you do not have the pace to cut out the danger earlier on, I'm talking about he makes hardly any tackles. He makes no tackles in the opposition's third of the pitch. None. Because he doesn't get there.
How many tackles do we see in football these days?
I've just given you his interception stats. I gave you his interest and they were pathetic. But you still chose to ignore them.
When it's required, a good player will read the game. He will read the opposition as well. And he will not get out of shape. This is why he doesn't need to tackle. This is why when you get to interception and tackling stats, it's irrelevant.
Okay,
it's
you tell me, right?
As the ball would say, it's futile. Anyway,
half-time. Cut. Half-time. Let's get up. Let's get some comments in. Let's use some comments. So, Mr. B, do you want to
get that magic sponge from Mr. B?
Get the orange in. Get the orange in. Get the orange in. Orange. Let's do the orange.
Oh, let me see some of these comments. What have we got in here? Bath time.
So bath time says, wait till you hear about my Pogba's right back theory, Gareth.
Yeah, I know you keep saying about
I've heard this a few times. Yeah, I've seen this a few times.
Bath come up with it.
We love you, bath time. That's I want to hear a good justification for that one.
Okay,
it's a bit like
one I saw. Hold on 1 second. I saw one earlier. We got. Oh, sorry, this one here from Gareth. Welcome,
Hi,
Gareth. I've not seen you, Gareth.
Welcome back. You come back the other day. Yeah, Gareth, how you doing, bruv? He says Matic was playing against 3 Villa midfielders in the second half. He was left alone. Fred and Bruno caused him the extra work. That's a good analysis, good observation there, Gareth. Thank you.
We can go back to the game before we can quite easily go back to the
this
game.
One for Monday. This is for Monday as well.
Hello, Stoney.
Stoney.
My Liverpool brethren and the brother of Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Imagine the fighting going up in their household. But Stoney says, Omondi's obsessed with the way Liverpool play. Gung Ho, he says, Man U with Matic play like he has a nerve gun.
And then this is another Liverpool fan on it as well, trolling.
Are you arguing about Matic? He says, Ola Kunle, how you doing, man? Hope you're watching Nigerian African nations. He says, are you serious? He wouldn't get anywhere near our Carabao Cup bench. Always
this is what I'm talking about. This is what he's done. He's done out here, but I just don't understand. I can give you stats on any player. Yep. I know you say stats. And I know we could talk. I know we talk about the eye test, but we see different things because what I see, and 90%, actually 97% of the people in the
Dark Ages fans,
the dinosaur fans, they fan that goes back all the way back from 1861.
Thank you. And you talk about the Dark Age fans. Come on now, we are all sensible. I mean, look, let's be honest. On Monday, nobody in the chat agrees with you. Nobody.
I'm fine.
And this is my point. So you've got an opinion. At the moment, I just believe that your opinion is wrong. That's all.
Just admit it.
Just me.
This is why we love the game. And studs up.
I love the game.
Here's Saragon. Hi, Saragon. He says,
big up, Saragon. Welcome.
It's a good point here. He says attacking players also have defensive duties when the team doesn't have the ball. Just for example, when we played at Philly the other day, we played well in the first half. I was driving back with my colleague today, and he was saying he's Liverpool support. He said first he saw the first half.
You're getting up someone who's supporting Liverpool. What are you getting in the car for? They could have
second favorite team and all that. Yeah, and I said we're talking about. I said the reason why is because we thought Bruno's starting position was in the midfield 3, which gave us more. We were more compact. And that's an analysis from the Monday game in the FA Cup where we were a bit overrun. And I think in the first half, we controlled it a lot more based on Bruno dropping a little deeper.
Yeah. And then, bath time again.
Bath time, sorry, he says.
Bath time's got really good comments there.
Said, I agree that Matic is a good player and our best CDM. He just doesn't work in this crazy system. Oh, that's a great comment there. I agree.
I don't understand what system he works in anyway.
Well, system that gives the ball away and turns it over so many times.
What system can he play in?
A system that doesn't give the ball away so many times. He'd be looking.
So this system. So
we're
talking about the 4-2-2-2 formation. He's now revert back to the double pivot, and he still can't cope in the double pivot.
Isn't a 4-2-2-2 a double pivot?
Pardon? No, but against Villa, he went back to revert.
You just done a David Brent there, huh?
Yeah.
4-2-2-2 a double pivot as well.
Please go. Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, get the stretcher.
Get the stretcher out. Get the juice in. Get the drink in. Have a drink. You're sweating. He's getting the brows. Sweat. Come on.
Saragon says, I think OMONDI has some points, just overstated a bit. Fair enough.
There you go.
And Gareth again says, we've been outnumbered in midfield since Pogba got injured. And I'm probably Pogba's biggest critic. Okay. I heard you, sorry, just to shout, Mr. B, I heard Mr. B in the previous show, he's talking about
him and Maisie, brilliant.
He was asked the question, do we miss him? And it's like, you gave a great quote there by saying, you miss him when he's gone. When he's there, we get frustrated with him. But when he's out, we think, he's a great player to come back in. He's like a transfer. But yeah, he's looking forward to getting him back.
Yeah. I am looking forward to him as well, getting back. We're running out of time though, guys. Guys, I'm gonna promote this show, and if how can we put it? Let's give a final rundown before I talk about what else is coming up on Monday. Give us a final thought about Matic.
Okay, so we're looking
countdown.
I'm going to name 4 players that we're looking to get in. We're looking to get in Kese, Kamara, Zakaria, and Haidara. And if you look at their games, they don't work. They will come into the side and be gassed because, blowing out their backside in this side. But the way we give the ball away at the moment, it's not right. So I think we need to play better as a team, keep the ball a lot better, and then we'll see the positives of having players like Matic in our side and Donny van der Beek.
Right. 17 in the chats, guys. Can we hit some likes there, please? 17 in the chat. Let's go, Mr. B.
I will never agree with OMONDI on the subject of Matic. I have stats to prove, and I have one good eye and half another one. But I'm still of the opinion that Matic is not good enough at this age for Manchester United. I gave OMONDI Pierre Højbjerg as an example of what he does over Matic. But if OMONDI wanted me to pick up a Basuma, I could have done a Basuma, and the stats would have still shown. Well, the reason why I didn't do Rodri, I'll be honest, Rodri's levels above Matic. So for me to compare him wouldn't have been fair on Matic. And then your argument...
He's in a better team, a better system. He probably doesn't tackle at all. Doesn't need to.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. So it's nothing to do with tackling. So our defensive midfielder doesn't have to
Don't tackle anyone. It's like saying Roy Keane. It's like pulling Roy Keane out and saying Roy Keane don't tackle anymore.
Right. He can't tackle and he don't do any interceptions. But
if you read the game, you sometimes don't need to.
Read the game. So the fact that he can't get past the halfway line to make an interception to break the play up further in their half, you feel doesn't have any impact on how Manchester United are playing at the moment.
There's players ahead of him whose job is to do that, maybe.
Right.
And
so
not be ahead of the play.
So what would Matic's job be? What is Matic's job at Old Trafford? In this team, what is Matic's job?
Okay, like I said, I've given you, if you go back and watch the show at the beginning, I've given you a great analysis of exactly his good points and what he does well. So I think his job, when we play as a 4, whatever system he plays, he can come deep and get the ball and make us build and play vertical balls, what we want between the lines. That's what he can do. He does that a lot. He gets the ball, he's not flustered, and he can bring the ball out like a number 6, like a Libero or whatever, bring it out from defence, and fill in as a back 3 when we're bringing the ball out. As these are phases of play. What I'm talking about.
Mr. B, Anthony's asking a question.
Mr. B, Monty managed your team for one game. They probably would never take Mr. B back if that was the case.
There you go, Monday. Rodri, there you go, Monday. It's there on the bottom. Read it.
Right, here we go. Rodri and Kimmich are the best CDMs in the world, and maybe Busquets. Still, I don't watch enough of Barcelona, but do they stroll? Do they stroll around the game? Are they playing in good teams? What doesn't get the ball away?
Well, Barcelona in a good team right now on Monday. Barcelona in a good team.
Busquets still has time and space in the ball because he's a good player. I think
he's that good. He's that good compared to Matic.
Sorry, I just have to put this up from Saragon, right? Midfielders need to read the game, spatial awareness, be able to pass, dribble, run, not walk or crawl, and tackle. Matic don't tackle and he can't run. I can give 6 central midfielders in lower teams at Manchester United whose passing accuracy is better than Matic's.
Excuse me.
Do you want me to?
You made a claim. Put that down. Write that down for next week or the weeks to come. Because you made a claim.
No problem.
So, guys, the claim is we're going to come back to the claim on the next Studs Up show. But if you would like to appear on Studs Up, contact one of us and give us your argument. And if it's against me, fair enough. I know everyone out there will probably come at me, Mr. B, or you can come back on Monday again if you would like to feature on the Mania agenda. So, also,
you know what? Sorry, so I just want to say with football, it's a good thing about it is we don't always have to agree. We've got to bump heads sometimes. Just to get peace, you have to go through war, and this is what this is about. And at the end of the season, Mr. B will come back to us, guys, and say I was wrong, just as he said he was wrong about Harry Maguire last season.
On Monday,
answer the question, please.
Answer the question.
Different players. They're completely
Come off the stream, man. Can
I say something about this, please? I made a list because I thought to myself, let's compare the players that we're looking for, see the similarities between things. Kesse strolls round. He's got his shin pads down. He's got like shots rolled down. He's strolling around the park. Never has to sprint because he doesn't need to because he's always in position. Kamara, the same thing. Cultured, really good on the ball. Zakaria, same thing. Hadara, same thing. Great timing on the ball. So when you talk about Fernandinho is a class player, but he's more of a destroyer. He's still got the work rate and everything else, which makes him that good. So I can't compare the two of them. Compare Rodri. The most similar player to Matic is Carrick and Rodri, in my opinion.
Well, Carrick don't play.
Subtle players.
And you are comparing Matic to Rodri.
So these are, if you talk about players that who are comparable for the way they play.
Can you be comparing? Okay.
Different
No
systems,
problem.
like I say.
No problem.
Put Rodri in the Man United team and see him
guys,
just
cut.
Okay,
Bath Time is asking a question. Can he come in on De Gea and Ralph? Bath Time, it's going to be your call. If you want to appear on the channel, it's down to you who you talk about. We'll just probably...
What's his claim?
But
he's got to make his claim.
He's got to make his claim, yeah. He's got to make his claim and come on the channel. We put some spices in, some herbs and everything in it to spice it up a bit. But Bath Time, on other notes, I believe Bath Time will be doing... So let's run through what we're doing for the rest of the week. So well done to MAISEY and Mr. B. Great show earlier.
Yeah, go check it out, guys.
Absolutely brilliant. Go check it out. If you are watching for the first time, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button to the Mania Agenda. Tomorrow night, there will be back for the preview show for Brentford. I think it will be Mr. B on Monday, and not sure who else. Could be Talk or Rebel, not sure.
By the way, guys, sorry, regarding Brentford, I did do a preview show before this when we were supposed to be playing Brentford with my friend Jacob, who's a reporter, journalist for all the mainstream papers, and he's a Brentford fan. He knows everything about Brentford. So anything you want to know about Brentford, go and check out the previous show. What was done.
I love it. Come on, bring it on, Bath Time. Bring it on. So this is the... So we've got me and Monday will be... So Talk will be doing the watch along, Brentford, with Mr. B. And I believe Mr. B and might be Talk will be doing the reaction show. We're not sure yet who's doing the reaction show. But myself and the big man at the bottom will be at the Brentford game doing a fan cam. So we'll be there doing a fan cam. Thursday.
Ask any question that you want us to ask, guys, to Man United fans.
Yes, we will. Yep. Get it down to us and we'll get those questions for you. Also, Thursday, we will be doing a fans. So if you want to get involved, again, on the Mania Agenda, we will be asking you guys to come on to the channel and have your opinion and an argument of whatever we're doing for 5 minutes, and we'll take you off the streaming, and me, myself, on Monday, or whoever will have the discussion about what you guys have said and see if we can break down the claim. Now, on Friday... Guess what's back? Studs Up is back. The quiz show is back. And I believe Bath Time is our first contestant for the new year. Bath Time, you need to confirm that with me. But I honestly believe you are going to be on. I think you'll be fantastic. Also, we'll be doing 10 p.m. Mr. B Taker will be there as well. And it's another show we can't miss. So, guys, we're action-packed for the whole week. Also, Saturday, I think the watch-along's going to be there again. And then the reaction show. If you do want to take part in the quiz show... Did you win the Ballon d'Or from... I don't know who he's talking about there. Pat, welcome. Thank you so much for your comments. Anyone who wants to get involved, please do so. So for myself, on Monday, Mr. B, and all your lovely comments, guys, we really appreciate every single thing you do. Oh, Mr. B's gone. He didn't lose the argument for him to go. Really?
The ambulance came for him earlier. Yeah. After some of those tackles I gave him, man.
Guys, 20 people in the chat. Hit the like and share and subscribe button. And remember, share it amongst your friends, guys. Sharing is caring. And we shall see you back tomorrow night for at 8:30, I think it is on Monday, tomorrow night for the show. Yeah. So from myself on Monday, and apologize for Mr. B losing signal, whatever. We'll be back tomorrow night. So bye.
Big up all you guys in the comments. Big up Man United. Big up Man United.